What's up, everyone? So, I wanted to talk today about the difference between acceptance and tolerance. To me, I know that those words can be very akin on some levels, but to me, I feel like they have a different sort of energy. So, when you accept something, there's a warmth about that, there's a love about that, there's almost a peace about that, something in that other person or circumstance that you are willing to take into your life and understand that it is imperfect in its own way, but it still is something that enhances to the quality of your life. If it's people that we're talking about, we can be talking about if somebody, snores or has just that crazy laugh or, very quirky sense of style or, anything along those lines. Those are things that we can accept into our lives and say, I'm happy with that. It's a positive sort of energy. And again, it enhances the quality of our life. There's a love about that. That's the unconditional part of love, where we will accept things. And this can also mean what we accept about ourselves as well. It doesn't always have to be an external. It can very much be an internal. As a matter of fact, I believe in order for it to get to external, it does have to manifest from the internal, where we accept the things about ourselves that we really, kind of find, okay, it's imperfect, but it's all good. For me, I got, like the skinny ankles and legs and stuff like that, but it is what it is. It's just life. I'm grateful that I have legs to walk on, that I can stand. There's a lot of things that we can all, maybe not pick apart about ourselves, but we can definitely say that, I'm going to embrace myself for these things and be okay with that. Got a couple notes over here, but I think so far I've actually just, I've hit the marks without even looking. So I know that what I wrote is really, what's in my head. When we talk about tolerating somebody, there's a negative energy about that. I'm being forced to tolerate. It's as if you are being challenged with your patience, with any sort of thing that you are willing to put out there and tested. And so what do we hear when we hear tolerate or tolerance? It's usually something that has a negative ending to it. So if you are lactose intolerant, if you have, what's your tolerance for alcohol? So that usually means that you're drinking more, or you have a low tolerance, in which case you're drunk. Outside of those, just bad behavior from small children or coworkers or whoever. You have to tolerate bad behavior, poor work ethics, anything that you're subjected to where it does not enhance your enjoyment or the experience that you're going through is definitely one of those things that I would say that's where you're being put in a position to tolerate it. Now, doesn't mean you're being forced to tolerate it. You have the options to walk away, to dismiss yourself, to not engage, to not partake, whatever it is. But you definitely are being put in a position where you're not enjoying this. So again, on my notes, it definitely says forces us to endure. In the acceptance, it's understandable. In tolerance, it's questionable. Like, what is this? Why? It begs more questions that are not looking for. I guess it's looking for like an explanation rather than just saying, okay, I can accept that. It's still like, what is going on? It's a disturbance of your peace in a lot of ways. So I'm still looking over here. Whereas in the acceptance and you're looking at, again, slightly amusing, annoying habits, it's just quirky. Whereas in the other half, on tolerance, you are silently hoping that they change. Something you quietly notice but wouldn't want them to change over it is an acceptance. And again, that silently, hoping that they change, questioning yourself for even dealing with it. Why am I eating this? Or why am I dealing with this person? Why am I at this job? Why am I, doing this? What was my cause for this? Sometimes when we question ourselves, it definitely speaks to a tolerance rather than acceptance. And again, examples would be somebody with anger issues, just uncooperative, addictions, possibly anything along those lines, something to make you question your connection and often allowed to others, which is a key point when you find yourself looking for solutions or questioning two outside sources, not just you and this person, or not just you and this thing, then you're probably giving yourself your answers already by saying, this isn't something that's good for me because I'm already seeking either a validation or, the support in which to exit this, or the validation as to why you should be leaving it. In a lot of cases, if we are so drugged down into our own mindsets where you are just willing to tolerate it, then you're looking for validation as to why you should stay. Or support as to why you should stay. I think with the acceptance, you don't need that, because you feel it. It's the good feeling. So you can tell people about what you're doing, and you're already saying, this is what I'm doing, because you enjoy it. So it's, if you're going car shopping because you just won a bunch of money, you're going to tell people, I'm going car shopping. But if you're just looking to buy something and you're really not sure because you don't want that buyer's remorse and you really can't take on more debt, but you think that you do, what do? We generally try to get somebody to, kind of co-sign on what we're about to do, because at least then we can feel good that it was a decision made by somebody we trust to steer us right. So tolerance, acceptance, what do you guys think? Is it the same? Is it different? I feel like they have different energies. One is on a more positive end, being acceptance. You're bringing something in, it's warm, it's peaceful, it's embracing. Tolerance has more of a, boy, you are really being tested and pushed to limits that you may not know. And sometimes that's a good thing. That way you know further down the line how you can establish boundaries to say, this is something that I'm not willing to tolerate. I can accept some things, but I will not tolerate others. And then again, it may kind of push you away from getting even close to a circumstance like that at all. But I think either way, everything that we do and that we go through is a learning opportunity. There's a lesson in it. So I'm going to cut it short at that. Well, kind of short, 7 minutes, but hopefully this makes sense. Please, if you like the content, of course, like, subscription, notification, and have that ace up your sleeve. Advice, comment, experience. Hopefully this finds everybody in a good place of total health, mind, body, and soul. And we will see you very soon. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.